sing. This revolution goes on and on. Stop that.
At Medium about 3-4 years ago, I encountered a Dutch record person who ventured off into a new concept of fun fan raising, which is called Celebam. We were on the same panel. Afterwards, my business partner and he had talked about, a possibility of bringing it to the United States and abroad because it had shown it was a model that worked. It was a new revenue system. We got involved with the Celebam project as being a representative, but then later on, to make it further work, I said, okay, I'll use Public Enemy. Not to say that we needed funding to make our albums, because we have 4 different studios, and now it's a different day with digital, but we said we'll do a different type of record. So it's a collaboration album with a lot of people that we've thought that were very important with and around us. And it involved the fan and the artist into being kind of like the same partner before they actually put music out to the world.
It's about anything, just to get those out there material things. I ain't saying we ain't bought anything, stuck with the rappers, never tried to sing.
Yeah, now look at the world, right? So we didn't do anything to try to prove any point other than know that we want to try to see the genre expand, and we want to see artists like Mike and Tranzlate, be able to carry the torch for the next 20 years and 30 years and be able to do what they feel and whatever delivery system that it might be, to be able to ride that and know that they can find fans one by one. I think the most important thing about a fan base is that the corporations and the big companies kind of like looked at it sloppy. They just thought that, okay, we can get thousands of people. You have to go one by one. The biggest question I left in this year's conferences is, the goal, I think, is how do you become a #1 fan of your #1 fan? I think that's the goal for Mike Metal and his band Tranzlate, for every follower that follows him, whether it be on social networks, or Twitter, whether it be on Facebook, and even MySpace is coming back and retooling itself. And, and he has his own website. And, if people follow you, now you have to really try to figure out how to get into them. That's very important. No longer can you take a fan base for granted, like, okay, we just do anything. You had to become the #1 fan of your #1 fan. Slam jams is a thing where, we kind of want to expound upon making sure people who do their thing, just giving them a boost to do their thing, and just having a small collective of artists that are diverse. And then inside each artist's world, they have their own business opportunity that they can actually take advantage of, their own surrounding area. Mike is here in the Netherlands with the Benelux area, so to speak, with the availability into Germany and the Scandinavia as far as easy access. Just like I have Tiana Bass, who's also here, debuting tonight in Amsterdam.
Fight the power! Fight the power! Fight the power!
When people go to the sites for more of the albums and more of the music, they go to, get a higher, a higher resolution song. It wouldn't be 128, They will accept, the free downloads for 128, but I think they will go pay for, the higher quality 320. And I think that's something to look at as far as a model in the future. Now everybody's all over the internet. Now, how do you get the highest quality of sound? We have world music artists where it's important to hear every little instrument in their music. I mean, this guy right here, he's a perfectionist, so, low quality MP3s is just not gonna do it. So, but he could give those away free. I don't think he'll be down to give away something that's gonna be high definition sound. So our revenue models are forming in front of our face as we speak. So sometimes you have to have patience and wait until they form themselves. My education and artistic background, Mike corrected my covers 5 times. Right? I was giving him something. He's like, nah, you could just make it like, I was just joking. But you know, the bottom line is like, yeah, I learned art and design in college and then through computer and all that. I wanted to get in the music business as a designer. And you know, the bottom line is that, you know, I want everybody else to be able to do their own particular realm of things. If they, you know, if he's in the studio, then you know, I said, Mike, you know, deliver your own covers. Then I'll be the judge and tell you to change.
Take a bit of that old school rock, real hip hop, put it in a pocket. This is what you get.
We played the show in Harlem, and he met my sound guy Drew, and he came backstage. He says, you know, hey, I dig what you guys doing. I like to rap on rock. You know, people think I'm crazy. I said, well, welcome to a crazy family. It's that simple. You know, we corresponded, and you know, he said he's working on this stuff. I said, whenever you're ready, you're ready.
First time I saw him, I was like 9 or somewhere in like late 80s in Ahoy, Rotterdam. I think they opened up with young black teenagers and the afros. And before then even, I was a major fan, and to meet Chuck and like have Chuck tell me like, yo, maybe we could do a collaboration, and he never heard like a verse or a sentence or like a rhythm or a melody of my music. He just, I don't know why. I'm still wondering why he...
Well, you know, I mean, you could tell, man. We traveled the world 25 years, so you could tell if somebody has a passion and a commitment, and then you could say, okay, now he got the passion and commitment, let's see what he got. And what you had is good. And I said, if you didn't have the goods, it was like, okay, instead of the other way around, it's like, sometimes the other way around is like, listen to my music. I'm like, all right, we don't have time to listen to music. Like, what kind of person are you? Because if you're a person that seems like you fit the bill, then A, you gotta be open for ideas. B, you gotta have something there in the first place. You know, and you know, as opposed to like, yo, listen to my music, it's like, yo, man, you could go days listening to music. It's not about picking the music first, it's about what kind of character do you want to actually be involved with?
We're tagging along right now and seeing parts of Europe that we would usually never, ever get to, like Paris, Brussels. A couple of days ago we did a show in Germany, well, Paradiso, today Amsterdam. And from here on, we are going to have to take like matters into our own hands and say like, okay, he can only do so much for us, and it's a hell of a lot. You know, we just hit the studio. My man Wick hooked me up like incredibly on terms of recording, doing the website. He's basically, next to Slam Jams, he's like really my record label in terms of providing me with the things I need as an artist, as a band member of Tranzlate. And so, I mean, I'm taking things one step at a time. I'm realizing that it's not just the music. These are like the first little baby steps. They turned into like major steps right now, and hopefully I can expand those to like real big dinosaur steps and following like Chuck's and PE's footsteps. They always have been a major influence musically as well as socially. And I hope I can carry that torch. I hope I have that.
You can, you definitely can. You just got to take advantage of every little second that you're opening up on these shows. Because now how it works, it's like as much footage that you have, that you put it back out into the world and YouTube and all that. That's the valuable stuff. So you have to document your show, document everything you can, and then put that out there. The stories that are the most unique are going to be the stories that's going to be, you know, checked out.
Thank you, man.
Keep up.
Thank you.
Sound check and a bunch of different things.